What is up, you guys? My name is Madison. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Today, I'm going to be doing the Taylor Swift Folklore tag challenge thing. So I found this from Break Even Books. Eric, yeah, he's pretty great. But it was created by Enchanted Reader, Anna, and I am obsessed with the new album. I don't know about you guys, but it consists of like questions going to each song, so that's what I'm gonna do. So the one, which is the first one, it's a couple that I don't agree with, and I don't know if this is popular or unpopular. From everything I've seen, it's pretty popular. I don't like Harry and Ginny from Harry Potter. Because you can't convince me that Harry's not gay. So, the next one is Cardigan, and that is a book that I loved but had a very disappointing ending. I'm gonna go with The Griffin Project by Carrie Mack, and this wasn't necessarily disappointing as much as anticlimactic. You definitely probably wouldn't have seen it coming. I'm not gonna say who it is, obviously, unless in case you want to read it. I still love the book. I will still read it in a slump pretty quickly. It's a good book. The next book I have is Exile, which is a dark hitting contemporary. I chose Changeling by Philippa Gregory. This is more of kind of like a fantasy, but there's really no like fantastical aspects to it. It's more of just a contemporary set in the 1400s. But I mean, I like it. I recommend it. It's a little slow in the beginning, but the ending made me want to read more of it. The next one is My Tears Ricochet, and that's a character death that destroyed me. Fred Weasley. That's all I have to say about that. The next one is Mirrorball, which is a character that undergoes major character development. I picked two, but they're from the same series, and that is both Zolo and Nami from One Piece by Ichiro Oda. They both started off hating pirates, and they didn't, and then became pirates, and Nami's character development came a little bit later, but Zoro could get it anytime. The next one is Seven, which is my favorite childhood book. So I'm not necessarily going with a children's book, it's still a YA book, but I read it a lot during my childhood. I read it every year since I've gotten it, and that is Up to This Point by Jennifer Longo. This is about a girl who is a ballerina who also goes to Antarctica after not making San Francisco Ballet, I think it was, and this kind of like gives motivation, because as a dancer myself, it's easy to give up and think that you're not as good as everybody else. So this book means a lot to me and my development as a person. Next is August, which is my favorite summertime read. I'm gonna go with this one just because it kind of gives the effect, but I just like reading cute little like romance contemporary books. So this is To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. Books like this are like my favorite to read in the summer because I feel like you can just sit down with like some iced coffee or something and drink it and read just a nice like quick contemporary. The next one is This Is Me Trying, which is a book that can always get you out of a slump. And I don't talk about this book very often, but I have mentioned it before, and that is Folded Notes from High School by Matt Boren. This could actually fit into a lot of different categories or like prompts, I guess, but this is the one that really like stuck. Another one that could fit here is Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon, just because of the writing style, because if you go into it, they're very short, and so it's quick because they're written in note form, because it's folded notes. The next one is Illicit Affairs, which is pleasure read. This one might be a little controversial because this author was canceled because she didn't write the book, she got a ghostwriter to do it, and that is Girl Online by Zoe Sugg. I have read all the books. I haven't read them in a while, but as long as I'm like just kind of like trying to get through it, like I genuinely enjoy it. Whereas like if I try to like break things down and like really come down to it, it's just awkward. If my family didn't stop walking by my room. But I think I've only mentioned this book one other time. But like, I mean, it's cute. It's not really my thing anymore. It's really old. But this was kind of like the book, I guess, that got me into like chapter books, which is really not a good thing to say, but it was, and I don't watch Zoelle anymore. I don't think anybody watches Zoelle anymore. Next is Invisible String, which is my book boyfriend slash girlfriend, and my book boyfriend is 110% Draco Malfoy, always will be, and my book girlfriend will 110% always be Jackson Taylor from Warcross, because I love her always. Next is Mad Woman with my favorite female protagonist, and I'm going to use this book series twice. I'm sorry, but The Eye of the Lost, I'm actually not going to go with the main character, I guess, but like Evie, the Evil Queen's daughter, is my favorite character in ever. Yeah, pretty much. It's literally her, Jax, and Draco. So yeah, I love her. I think that if she had her own series, that would be my favorite book series in the entire world. So also, this is The Eye of the Lost by Melissa De La Cruz. Next is Epiphany, which is a character that I had to overcome a lot, and I go with Warcross, which I'll also mention again. Amika and Hido, really, both. Well, Amika lost both her parents. She was in foster care. She really didn't have anything until she joined the championships, and even then she was like in a very toxic relationship. Well, I mean, it didn't really start off toxic, but like how it turned, it became more of a work relationship rather than an actual relationship, but it fixed itself, so I'm good. But Amika definitely overcame a lot, and she came out on top. And the way that she was written, because she was never written as a selfish character, and that means a lot. But really, every character talked about in Warcross went through a lot. Whether it's Hido, Zero, Jax, Asher, Hammy, all of them kind of went through something, and I think that it's important to note that not everybody's life is perfect, even if it looks like it from a screen. So next is Betty, which is a character that deserved better, and I'm going to say Jackson Taylor again because she deserved better. Period. End of story. She did not deserve to go into jail. No, she did not deserve that. Anyway, Peace is favorite fictional couple. Mal and Ben, which is Maleficent's daughter and Beauty and the Beast's son. Okay. And Hoax, which is the last one, which is favorite fiction or fictional breakup that destroyed you. And honestly, with both of these, Hido and Amika and Mal and Ben, they didn't stay broken up, obviously, and they overcame a lot with their relationship, but like when they broke up, like the reasons for it kind of destroyed me, not necessarily them breaking up, because ouch, bro. So Amika and Hido broke up because Amika wanted to pretty much overthrow the government and control everybody's brain, and that it was terrifying. He was in charge of so many people's deaths, that Amika just couldn't get on board with it, and that's a good reason to break up, honestly. And then Mal and Ben, they broke up a few times. The first time was because Mal had pretty much put a spell on Ben to fall in love with her, like a love potion. And then the second time, it was because Mal didn't think she'd be fit for queen, and she ran back to the Isle of the Lost, which is where she grew up, which is where all the bad people are, obviously. And Ben was like, no, this isn't okay, like, I love her. And he went to go find her, and was like, you can't do that because I love you. And I think that was a little cheesy, and that they should have kind of like stretched it out a little bit more and like put a little bit more into it. Obviously, if you watched the movies, I don't necessarily recommend, but like I do recommend because the soundtrack is so good, and you'll also find out why I love Evie so much. But yeah, they ended my life. Yeah. Also, when it comes to favorite fictional like couples, I didn't do like the possibilities or like the ones that aren't canon, because if that was the case, there would have been a lot, like, you know, Zorro and Nami, or Draco and Harry, or man, I don't even know, Evie and Jay, things like that, you know? So I kind of just stuck to the actual like relationship, the canon relationships in books. I also could have gotten one from Changeling, but I'm not going to talk about that one until I read more of it, because I need to make sure that I actually like it. Anyway, that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I was not planning on filming today. My mental health has been so bad recently, but I did it. I filmed. I don't know if it's going to go up, but yeah. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. All my social media will also be down below, as well as the link to Eric's and Anna's channels, or videos, their videos. Yeah, so bye.